Lapacho Farm is a map that has been around for several iterations of Farming Simulator, and when you have Zero Ito bring it back, you can expect to see a lot of really cool things and a lot of details, just like any Zero Ito map will have. This map is very, very lovely laid out and has been very cool to see over the past several iterations, but really happy to see it here because of Zero Ito. And the reason I love this map so much is because it has probably one of the greatest features of any starting farm. Just a decorative feature of any starting farm I've ever seen on any farm in Farming Simulator. And it is this here. This rock line driveway is so cool. It's just a silly little feature. And again, those little features is just something that I really do like. You know, you see all these little details and it just helps you get into the level of immersion you need in order to just kind of zone in kind of thing. But as we kind of take a look around and we see the kind of general layout, you have the main farm here with the little cobblestone pathway, driveway right here. You got all sorts of stuff going on, including an animal cow barn right here. And then you have the main strip, the main drive, and wowie, wow, wow, wow. This map, again, Zero Ito, just these little small decorative details. You got the harvester here filling up, you got a couple of cars. You keep looking around and you just see all sorts of cool things. Pedestrians walking by, people having their cars in the parking lot, a sell point with a bunch of bales and straw, even a little pitchfork just kind of sitting around hanging out waiting for somebody to put to good use. And we continue to just kind of drive around and you just get to just see everything that this map has to offer. You got the biogas plant, you get small bits of undulation throughout the map. As you can see, as we go further north, there's going to be a little bit higher and higher elevation, especially here in the northwest corner of the map, because you have a sell point that's tucked away right on the mountainside, which is really cool. You get a little bit of forestry work, you get a whole bunch of farming work, but look at this. This is just absolutely awesome. This little sell point right up here where the train will take it, you know, this kind of bridge network that's right here. Just yeah, all of this just helps make this map and really takes it up to the next level and the level required to be able to say a 5 out of 5. And I really think that this version of Lapacho is fantastic. And you go around and you see, again, all these little rickety wooden bridges and stuff like that. It's just really cool to see little details like that. Even in here, someplace you probably would never go inside for no reason whatsoever, but because I'm in this third-person aerial view, you can see all this detail just kind of slammed in here. You got a little Deutz-Fahr harvester, a Deutz-Fahr tractor with a plow on it, a car. You got, what is that? It looks like some kind of maybe seeds or you know, something to go on there. But it just, again, so much detail, and Zero Ito always brings the detail. Western Wilds is another survival map created by Alien Jim. Similar to No Man's Land, this map is similar but different. You can see the layout, very grid-like structures, similar to No Man's Land, but what this map has that No Man's Land doesn't have is this kind of sense of you want to build and take over. And what I mean by that is here directly in the center of the map, there is an old abandoned farm that needs to be revitalized, that needs to be rebuilt. And you are almost driven to purchase the land in order to build it up and to make it functional again. There's also gold nuggets that you can collect. There's custom productions on this map. There's so much stuff going on this map that is just absolutely next level. You start out way in the northwest corner over here with a little itty bitty farm, no fields, no nothing. and the kind of areas that you do have access to, you really can't do much with them because you just don't have the equipment. But this is an incredibly flat map, so this is honestly the only map I can think of where I have actually looked at a flat map and was like, you know what, I like this. Ooh, I had to cut out there for a second. I had a big sneeze. Anyways, so this is the abandoned farm, and you can see all these little areas, the broken down house, the broken chicken coop, the manure heap. And what's cool is that there is product just kind of tucked away in here. So that is manure that you can utilize. There is straw strewn about on the ground here that you get to pick up when you purchase and when you destroy this. You can just revitalize and make this into a farm worth wanting to visit. You also get things like a custom BGA, you get gold production, you get lime production, you get all these different things. And even though this is kind of a simplified version of No Man's Land, you get all these little additional features that No Man's Land just doesn't have. And it's a really big breath of fresh air to see that there is these little additionals. So like I said, because the land is so flat and is relatively boring, it's redeemed by the sum of the other remaining parts. So all in all, yeah, 5 out of 5. Love this map, and really gives you a lot of things to do, even beyond just the standard forestry. Calmsden Farm is a map that is based in Gloucestershire, UK, and this map is next level good. They did an amazing job, and as you can see, it is based off of a real life location. If I turn off all these various colors on the screen, you can see just all this kind of satellite imagery that is here. It is absolutely next level good, and there's a little bit of hidden goodness as well. Loads of stuff, and these fields are, some of them are massive, but you start out with 3 massive fields that really get you started. The custom pens and pastures are absolutely amazing to use. You can see here's your cow pasture right here, and this is kind of the start farm, the first section of it. But you can see the cow pasture, cow barn right here is just very, very unique. Absolutely love the layout. You have some of your starting equipment just tucked away here, your starting field here, grass field here, and this is the second portion of your farm on the other side of the road over here, where the rest of your equipment's stored. You got your silo and all this stuff, and you just look around and it's just gentle, easy, rolling hills. Very, very awesome. This map is just next level. The lanes here are, ooh, that's going to bounce around a bit. Here, let's go high. The lanes are tree covered, so you really have to spend a lot of time in first person view rather than third person view. Otherwise you do exactly what we did there and run into the trees. And you can see you got this little recycling center, the shop area, the sell points that are just kind of strewn behind the the shop center and all that stuff. It's just a really fantastic map. And like I said, it's got custom pens and pastures. You got a really nice custom sheep pasture. You got a custom chicken pasture, horse pasture, pig pasture. Everything is custom, and it just really looks sharp. Here's your sheep pasture right here. Again, fantastic. You have your chickens right over here, your horses, your pigs over here, and it's just, they all just kind of free roam. It's fantastic. But I was saying how there's little hidden gems. Look at this. This is supposed to be, according to the satellite, a little forest area, but you got this whole grass area that's tucked away back here, which is fantastic. Anyways, long story short, this is an amazing map, has a lot to offer. This was one of the first maps I just fell in love with and had an opportunity to play on outside of the original maps for Farming Simulator 22. And yeah, this was an absolute classic in my opinion. back when it came out. It still is really good, and it's still worthy of a 5 of 5. The Old Stream Farm is a European style map and is one of the first maps that I fell in love with that was this kind of micro sized map. It doesn't take up the full 2x by 2x, but the reason I fell in love with it, similar to some of the reasons I gave previously, is that the outer perimeter looks nice, crisp, clean, and actually looks just like a continuation of the map, and you just can't get to it, which is fine. And it took me a while to kind of come to that realization that these small maps are actually really good in their own right, because it doesn't have the kind of huge flaw that some of the big maps have, which is the whole outer playing area is low quality, oftentimes looks like you're falling off a cliff, like the whole 9 yards. Like, it just really kind of solidified that it's okay to be in a smaller sized map. And then you have these kind of images to look around on your starting farm. This is just an amazing starting farm, just iconic, because this map has been around for several iterations. If we take a look around again, we see just the rolling hills. The town is built very lovely. We have a whole bunch of our standard production points, but because they're all encapsulated in the kind of driveways and inside the town centers and whatnot, they don't have that same kind of vibe of standard. It is allowed to be kind of beyond the original scope of what these buildings have been throughout other maps. And then you look around and you just see the beautiful rolling hills, the kind of network and landscape that we have available to us. It's a lovely, lovely map. And again, one of the things that makes a map very good, in my opinion, is the kind of toning down of colors. But because there are colors on this map, it's worrisome because it's borderline, cartoonish. But because the roads themselves are so narrow and you don't get a lot of these large grass areas, it doesn't stand out that much. It really doesn't give you the wide perimeter around each of the road networks that really kind of makes things look so cartoonish. So it's there, but it's not so much to where you're going to be like, oh man, that's really kind of jarring and taking me out of the immersion. But all in all, this is a fantastic map. Have tons of fun on this one because you can do just about everything on it. As we go back to the map itself, you see there's forestry in the north, a little bit of forestry in the south down there. Tons of farming to be done. Yeah, fantastic, fantastic map. Absolutely love it. Well deserving of a 5 of 5. Ravenport 22 was a good map for FS19. But for FS22, when Celebuki got their hands on it, it turned into an amazing map. This map, I mean, just visually was already very, very strong. But then because Celebuki was able to get a hold of it and do their special touches, able to add certain components to this map, it turned into just solid gold, in my opinion. You look around and you see the iconic starting farm here is just absolutely gorgeous. And then with some small tweaks, you can see how they changed some of the aspects from FS19 to 22. A couple of animal barns up here in the hills, which used to be like some kind of scrapyard kind of thing, but it still has that really good kind of what's the word I'm looking for, that good kind of flair to this map. And you can see just how beautiful this map is with its rolling hills. It's even got a couple of cliff faces here on the map, and then you get to the further part of the north where the river runs, and it is just a really awesome like canyon that you can get to traverse during certain parts, like right here. Excellent feature right here. And you get to just be around this and view it and do everything that you want to do. and you can just see in every single direction you look, it is just pristine and very crisp and clean. I tell you what, Celebuki did an amazing job while still holding true to the Farming Simulator 19 version, kind of the looks, the feels, the aesthetics of it, the little missionary that's over here in the corner, while still bring it into the 22 realm and bring it into a more modern era. Very, very good map on its own, now made into a 5-star map. Evergreen Valley is a fictional place that is located in the same universe as Frontier. And what I mean by that is that it's basically the same timeline, but before Frontier and the kind of apocalypse happened. If you take a look, you can see the absolute beauty that lies just here in town. This is where you start out at. But you take a look around the map and you can see that city way off in the distance. That is Frontier, and you can tell it's Frontier by going down the road a little ways and looking at the street signs. I really thought that was a really cool kind of detail, that this is a map set in the past before Frontier became what we know it is today. But you can see up there on that street sign, Frontier, Ravenport. How cool is that? I just absolutely love this map. It is it's not that it's simple, but the farming aspect of it, you can see it's relatively easy going over here, very mild undulations, not a whole lot in the farming aspect, in a good way. I'm not saying that to be, disparaging, because this is a fantastic map. But what this map has is, just like every Zero Edo map, it has details all over the place and custom productions all over the place. What you do get on this one, if we take a look, up here in the north, you have a mine, a limestone quarry, and a coal mine. You get to do mining, you get to do forestry, and you get to do farming. And you get to do, a pretty good amount of all three of those things if you want. You can do one, you can do two, you can do all three. It's up to you. It is fantastic. Again, let's keep kind of moseying around here. We'll go up north here a little ways, and you can see just how things kind of shift around. It gets a little bit higher elevation, but then you really start to see things starting to happen. Over here is the mine, and look at all this. This is just absolutely spectacular. You have to just wind your way down into the mine in order to get hold of this factory access right here. Again, another custom production by Zero Edo. Over here is the limestone quarry, and check that out. How cool is this? Just big old hunks and slabs of limestone just waiting for you to take advantage of it. And then you continue out to the east here. Going through all this, you get out to the coal mine, and it's just this gradual shift as you come further and further out to the east. It is just so cool and such a great idea. You can be a miner, you can be a farmer, you can be a logger. It doesn't matter. It's up to you. Totally up to you. But then you keep on looking around and you just see the beauty that is here. So you go down in the south, beautiful. You go up to the north, it's a little haggard because of the mines, but still very cool concept. And did I mention details? Pallegney is a French map with a really cool feature on it. It has a bridge for the train that spans pretty much from the west side of the map to the east side of the map. It is absolutely massive, and it is hard not to notice it as you make your way anywhere in town. But you also get things like beautiful landscape, custom productions. You also get custom crops as well. So you get a lot when it comes to this map. You get just a beautiful little town center right here with the occasional church bell ringing every once in a while, but what you get is just beauty. And look at that train bridge right in the background there. That spans from pretty much the western portion of the map to the eastern portion of the map. You get this beautiful, flowing, twisting river that is just absolutely beautiful. It's a young river. You can tell because of how it twists and turns, but just fits beautifully in the landscape. You get beautiful undulations. You get kind of the hilly high point to the north, kind of runs flat to the south. Well, I shouldn't say flat, but it runs down to the south. But you just get this beautiful landscape, and you get to look at this every single time that you come on here. It is amazing. Custom buildings, custom farm. I mean, just everything about this map is just out of nowhere. And furthermore, this is a relatively recent addition to the map collection here on Farming Simulator 22. This is coming very late in the game, but I am so glad that it is here, because this map, I'm doing a Let's Play series on this map as of right now, and it's just absolutely a blast. I'm having so much fun because of just how beautiful this map is. It has custom pens and pastures that are located all throughout the map. You got your main starting farm right here, and everything is unique. It's really kind of an awesome setup. You got a couple of custom bunker silos off to the side here, custom cow barn. Just how awesome is this map? I just really cannot get over it. Dual Valley is a fictional map loosely based off of southern Australia, and this map I really, really like because of the unique features that it has. This is a perfect competition map. If you and a friend want to hop on here and see who is the better farmer, this is it. But you can also figure out who is the better miner. As you can see, two mines to the kind of northwest and southwest, or northeast and southwest. You've got two jewelers. You got two, like, all these different components that are unique to this map. That's right, I said jewelers. That's because you can take stones from your mines and you can process them into gold, silver, diamonds, and so on. You can take them to the jeweler to have them make jewelry, and then you can sell them off at the local wedding venue here on the map. You can also do bridal tuxes and dresses for this map. It is so cool. The custom productions are absolutely phenomenal. Love it. But the looks of this map also is very stunning. It's basically like a giant bowl with two train lines running throughout. It is so cool. Check this out. A couple of nice little trestle bridges going across, but you also get several bridges that span the little river system here. Just absolutely phenomenal. I love the way that this map looks. And again, you've got two custom trains that just kind of make their way around the map. A lot of the sales are going to be dependent on the train system, at minimum, just to get them, from point A to point B. But you're able, oh, there's one of the trains right there. Let me catch up to it. You can see the custom train right there, custom waterfalls that are built in here. Just absolutely fantastic. And let's see if I can find one of the mines. I think it's just back here, actually. No, maybe not. No, I am all sorts of turnaround. Anyways, it is just a fantastic map because it has so much that you can do, and it's not just your standard stereotypical map. It allows you to really kind of stretch your legs and figure out some new ways of going about things. Now, here is one of the mines, and I'm not going to be able to really get into it, but you can see there's a bunch of stones that are in deep in there. You have a way to load it directly onto the train itself. It's just fantastic. It's a very, very ingenious idea and a nice little fresh take. But again, you don't even have to do the farming. You don't have to do the mining. You don't have to do anything like that. You can just, do whatever it is that you want. You can do one, you can do both, you can do whatever. It's fantastic. I also love this beautiful wooden bridge at the kind of back end of the map, the northern part of the map. You can see as we kind of pan out right here. Look at that. That is so cool. Love it. Just absolutely love it. This map has a bunch of features and some beautiful rolling hills that are just tucked away into this rocky landscape. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I think well deserving of a 5 for 5. And a late addition to this video, and the last of all the maps being shown here today, is Deadwood. This is a fictional map based in Deadwood, South Dakota, and this map is what I like to refer to as the 50-40-10. 50% forestry, 40% farming, and 10% mining. This map has it all. You can do tons and tons and tons of forestry in the kind of mountainous region up in the north. You can do all sorts of farming down in the southern portion of the map, and both are fun and absolutely gorgeous. You have a little bit of mining up here in the north, and the best part about this entire map, custom productions and custom crops. As you can see, just absolutely fantastic, and there's a ton of stuff to do. So let's first start out in the north. One of the cool things, oh, I'm going the wrong way. One of the cool things about the forestry area is that there's actually a sell point that's tucked way, 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 way up in the northern portion of the map. It's right on the edge of the map, and you have to almost clear a path in order to get to that sell point. It's right over here. It's just really cool. I thought this was such a unique idea to have just a sell point just off in the middle of nowhere. Then you have this beautiful river system that starts in the north, ends down in the south. You just keep following this along, and it is just absolutely spectacular. You have so much to just appreciate on this map. And then beautiful waterfall right next to a bridge, like just absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. There's been a load of love paid to this map, and as we just continue to go around, the southern portion is very flat, the northern portion very mountainous, so you get this very kind of contrast. It's almost like yin and yang for Farming Simulator. It's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. And then you get into the kind of west or the eastern portion of the map here, and you get some of the kind of stock standard mods that you would be used to seeing for Farming Simulator, but some of them have been updated, some of them have additional productions. You got a recycling center all the way down here in the southern portion of the map. It's just everywhere you go, you have something that's happening, something that's going on, and something more that you can do. And each one of these kind of will go ahead and kind of feed into the next link in the chain. There's multiple one of these production points that are just the first step in the many ladder steps of a chain. It's awesome. It's just absolutely fantastic to see that the production system is being fully utilized on this map. You get some beautiful bridge structures here, and just again a very simple southern portion with a very involved northern portion. And what I really like about this map as well is if we go to the crusher up here, which is one of the custom production points, we get up to the mine, and the mine is absolutely huge. It doesn't look like it's a big chunk of the map, but look at this. This is absolutely massive, and in the corner over there, there's an endless stone tower, which you can just get stones. You got to be able to get to it, but I mean, that's just awesome. So if you want to do mining, if you want to do forestry, if you want to do farming, this is the map that will let you do all of the above. Absolutely love Deadwood, and is another 5 out of 5 map for me. And that is everything. 46 different maps that I think are the cream of the crop, the pinnacle, the absolute best amongst the rest. All of these maps I would rate 5 out of 5. But what do you think? Do you think that I missed any? Did I overrate anything? Feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comments. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please show them by liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting, doing all the things the algorithms enjoy you doing. The shows you're engaged with this channel and enjoying the content. And that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.